Did you know Warren Buffett's journey to becoming one of the richest men in the world started when he was just 10 years old? His secret? Developing powerful investing habits early on that led him to become the financial genius we know today. Imagine if you could start making the same smart moves today. How much could that impact your future? In this video, we'll dive into 5 powerful investing habits that could change the way you build wealth forever. Stick around because these simple strategies are more impactful than you might think. 1. Start early. One of the most important investing habits to adopt is starting early. Warren Buffett was only 10 years old when he began collecting losing race tickets, hoping to find a winning one among them. It may sound odd, but this habit of looking for hidden opportunities in everyday situations taught him a key lesson about patience and persistence in investing. Starting early allows your money to grow over time, benefiting from the magic of compound interest. The earlier you begin investing, the more time your investments have to grow. Even if you can only start with a small amount, you'll build a habit of investing regularly, and this will pay off in the long run. For instance, if you invest just $100 a month starting at age 25, you'll likely end up with more than $200,000 by the time you're 65, depending on your rate of return. The key is consistency, and the sooner you begin, the sooner you'll start reaping the benefits. It doesn't matter if you can't invest big amounts. What matters is that you start and let time do the heavy lifting. Starting early also builds a mindset of long-term thinking, where you're not focused on short-term results, but on sustained growth. By developing this habit now, you ensure that your financial future is more secure and you're less likely to feel rushed when planning for retirement. Additionally, starting early helps you become comfortable with the idea of investing, making it part of your routine. 2. Read, and read. Warren Buffett's strategy for success revolves around one simple concept: read a lot. He famously spends up to 5 hours a day reading, be it books, annual reports, or financial news. The more you read, the more knowledge you gain, and the more informed decisions you can make about your investments. Reading helps you understand market trends, business models, and financial strategies, all of which are crucial to being a successful investor. Buffett himself recommends reading as the key to personal growth and investing. He spends much of his time reading company annual reports to understand the ins and outs of businesses before investing in them. By reading more, you get to see the bigger picture and avoid impulsive decisions. You don't need to read only financial books. Keep up with business news, market reports, and even biographies of successful investors. The more you absorb, the better equipped you will be to make wise investment choices. Investing is a game of knowledge, and by being well-read, you give yourself the competitive advantage needed to identify good opportunities before they become obvious to the general public. Additionally, regular reading ensures that you're staying updated with the latest developments in the financial world, which is critical for making informed investment decisions. The more knowledge you have, the more likely you are to spot trends and recognize which companies are poised for success. 3. Understand what you invest in. Peter Lynch, a legendary investor, often emphasized the importance of knowing exactly what you're investing in. One of his most famous rules is, invest in what you know. Before investing in any company, make sure you fully understand what it does, how it makes money, and what factors might affect its growth. It sounds simple, but many investors make the mistake of putting money into companies they don't fully understand, hoping that they'll get lucky. However, without understanding a company's core business, it's hard to make informed decisions. Ask yourself, what does this company actually do? Can you explain its business model in a sentence? If not, it might not be the right investment for you. By focusing on companies you understand, you can make better predictions about their future success. This is why investing in industries or companies you are familiar with is often a smart choice, whether it's technology, retail, or healthcare. When you're knowledgeable about the sector, you can spot opportunities and risks more easily. Understanding what you invest in also gives you the confidence to stick with your investment, even during turbulent times. When you know the fundamentals of a business, you are less likely to be swayed by market noise and more likely to make steady, confident decisions. It also helps you determine if a company's product or service will be sustainable in the long run, giving you an edge over investors who might not do the same level of research. 4. Be patient and think long-term. One of the core principles of successful investing is patience. The best investors, like Warren Buffett, understand that the stock market is a long-term game, not a get-rich-quick scheme. Investing requires patience, discipline, and the ability to resist the urge to react to short-term market fluctuations. It's about building wealth steadily, not rushing for quick profits. In fact, many of Buffett's most successful investments have been those he held onto for years or even decades. He often says, "Our favorite holding period is forever." This long-term mindset has allowed him to ride out market dips and capitalize on long-term growth trends. Investing with a long-term perspective means you won't be swayed by every market movement. You'll focus on solid investments that have a strong potential for growth over time, even if it takes years for them to pay off. Remember, it's not about timing the market, it's about time in the market. This mindset helps you ignore the ups and downs of the market and concentrate on your ultimate financial goals. The longer you invest, the more potential your investments have to grow. And with patience, you'll find that compound interest becomes your best ally. Not reacting to short-term volatility also helps you avoid panic selling when the market dips. 5. Focus on cash flow, not just profits. Warren Buffett has often said that cash is king. While many investors focus on a company's profits, Buffett believes it's more important to look at the company's cash flow. Cash flow reflects the actual money that a business is generating, which is a much more reliable indicator of its financial health than accounting profits. The reason cash flow matters is simple. A company can have profits on paper but still struggle if it doesn't have enough cash coming in to cover its expenses. Understanding a company's cash flow gives you a clear picture of its financial stability and its ability to reinvest and grow. Without solid cash flow, even the most promising business can fail. Before making any investment, make sure you check the company's cash flow. Look for companies that consistently generate positive cash flow, as they are more likely to be sustainable and less risky over the long term. A positive cash flow indicates that the business is able to pay off its debts, reinvest in its growth, and weather economic downturns. By focusing on cash flow, you ensure that you're investing in companies that are not only profitable but also financially sound. So, which of these investing habits will you start today? Remember, successful investing isn't about making huge gains overnight. It's about developing strong, consistent habits that grow your wealth steadily over time. Whether it's starting early, reading more, or focusing on companies you understand, these small steps can make a huge difference in your financial future. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that like button, share it with a friend who could use these tips, and subscribe to the channel for more content on smart investing habits. Let's build a future of wealth and wisdom, one habit at a time.